This is a question picked from JEE Main 2026. Let alpha and beta respectively be the maximum and minimum values of this function. We have to find alpha plus 2 beta. So look at this function. At first glance, this powers of 4, 6 combined with large angles like 11 pi, 7 pi looks like a nightmare, isn't it? To find its maximum and minimum value, that is alpha and beta, we need the range of this function. But before we touch the range, we must simplify this monster into something manageable. So let's think sharp and break it down.
Hey thinkers, welcome back to Think Sharp Alley, where every turn leads to a smart solution.
So this function has the first term sine to the power 4 7 pi by 2 minus theta. If you notice the odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 7, that triggers complementary function of sine, which is cos over here. Since the power of sine, that is 4, is even, we don't need to worry about the quadrant sign. It will stay positive regardless. So sine to the power 4 7 pi by 2 minus theta becomes cos to the power 4 theta. Let's have a look at the next term, sine to the power 4 11 pi plus theta. Here 11 pi is an integral multiple of pi, which means sine remains sine only. Since it's raised to even power, again we don't have to worry about its sign. It will stay positive. So it becomes sine to the power 4 theta. Similarly, sine to the power 6 3 pi by 2 minus theta has odd multiple of pi by 2, which is 3. So sine becomes cos. Need not to see the quadrant sign because again power 6, which is even, so it just becomes cos to the power 6 theta. And the last term, sine to the power 6 9 pi minus theta, becomes sine to the power 6 theta because we have an integral multiple of pi which does not change the trigonometric ratio. So this expression, this function just becomes 4 cos to the power 4 theta plus sine to the power 4 theta minus 2 cos to the power 6 theta plus sine to the power 6 theta. As a JEE aspirant, you must have these two identities at your fingertips. If not, here is how you derive them quickly. Cos to the power 4 theta plus sine to the power 4 theta can be written as cos square theta plus sine square theta whole square minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Using the square identity, we have 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. And cos to the power 6 theta plus sine to the power 6 theta can be written as cos square theta whole cube plus sine square theta whole cube. Now using the cube identity, we have this. We know cos square theta plus sine square theta is 1, so it just becomes cos to the power 4 theta plus sine to the power 4 theta minus cos square theta sine square theta. But just now we have found out cos to the power 4 theta plus sine to the power 4 theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Let's just replace, and simplifying it, we get 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. Memorize these. They save precious seconds during your exam. So this function becomes this. Now multiplying 4 and 2 inside and just simplifying a little bit, we get 2 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Now to make it even simpler, let's use multiple angles formula. So here we are going to multiply by 2 and divide by 2. So we get 2 minus half into 4 sine square theta cos square theta, which I have written like 2 sine theta cos theta whole square, because we know 2 sine theta cos theta is sine 2 theta. So this function becomes 2 minus half sine square 2 theta. So this entire function has reduced to this. Now it's very easy to find out range. We know sine square 2 theta lies between 0 and 1. Now multiplying every side by half, we get this. And multiplying by minus sign, the sign, inequality sign changes. So we get this. Then adding 2 on all sides, we have this. Now this function is my f theta. So f theta lies between 3 by 2 and 2. So let's have a look at the question. We had been given this question, we worked with this function, simplified it to this, and also we have got the range of this function, which means we have the values of alpha and beta now, which were the maximum and minimum values. So the maximum value over here is 2. So alpha is 2 and beta is 3 by 2. So substituting these values in here, alpha plus 2 beta, we get alpha plus 2 beta as 2 plus 2 into 3 by 2, which means 2 plus 3, which is 5. So the correct option over here is option C, 5. So if you found this conceptual breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe to Think Sharp Alley. Don't just calculate, think sharp. See you in the next question.